Hello students, in this video I discuss the control of homeostasis. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin with the control condition. Controlled condition. Okay, so in our body there are three control conditions. First is the blood pressure, blood glucose and body temperature. These three are control conditions, and in our bodies these always monitor. So these are known as the monitor variables. Monitor variables. Okay, so the control conditions such as the blood pressure, blood glucose and body temperature is change. Okay, the control conditions increases or decreases or change by stimulus to disrupt the homeostasis, homeostasis to disrupt the homeostasis. So what is the stimulus? Stimulus are the factors which affect to change the control condition. So first is the external environment, next is internal environment, and last is the social environment. Okay, so what is the external environment? For example, in the summer season, the surrounding and atmosphere is a very intense hot summer. Okay, and that time the environment and surrounding is a hot, so in our bodies the homeostasis is disturbed. Okay, these are the factor, these are the stimulus, external factor to disrupt the homeostasis. So what happened, the body's ability to that time to increase more sweating because to cool down the body. Okay, to cool down the body. So this is the external environment. Next is the internal environment, which factors which change the control condition. So internal, for example, I have fasted for 2 days. Okay, and that time I have not eaten anything. Okay, so this is the internal factor and disturb my homeostasis because I have not eaten anything and my glucose level is decreases and to disrupt the homeostasis, but our body's ability to back to the normal condition. And next is the social environment, means the psychological stress due to the tensions from many things such as the job, school work, college work and family pressure. So there are so many conditions. These are the social environment and these are the psychological stress to change the control conditions. Okay, so these are the stimulus. Next, when the control condition is changes, increases or decreases, they sense anything. So receptors the receptors are sensed when the control condition is changed. For example, the body temperature is decreases. So this body temperature is decreases is sensed by the receptors, and then the receptors send the information to the control center. Means brain via nerve impulse or chemical signals. Okay, chemical signals. The information sent receptor to the control center, means brain, by the nerve impulse or chemical signals. For example, the postman sent the informations from the one place to the another place. Okay, nowadays the information sends to the emails, but in our body the information sends from the receptor to the control center through the nerve impulses or chemical signals. Nerve impulses is controlled by the nervous systems, and nerve impulses is the electrically signals. Okay, and it is a fast acting. Chemical signals means the hormones and the neurotransmitters. These are slow acting and controlled by the endocrine systems. When the this pathway is called the information sent from the receptor to the control center. This pathway is called the afferent pathway. Afferent pathway. F means toward and front means carry. So toward the brain. Okay. Next is the control center interpret these informations. Body temperature is decreases. Okay, so receptor send the information. What is the information? The body temperature is decreases, so then control center send this information to the effector. Okay, so what is effector? By the nerve impulse or chemical signals. Chemical signals. Okay, and this pathway is called as the efferent pathway. Efferent pathway. Efferent pathway. Okay, so efferent means the away from the brain, and the effector, what is effector? The organs and the tissues behave like a effectors. Organs and the tissues behave like a effectors. So control center send the informations to increase the body temperature. So start, so effector start, so organs and the tissues and body start shivering. Okay, so body starts shivering and then generate the heat, then generate heat, and when they generate heat, body temperature is increased. Body temperature increases. Okay, so when the body temperature is increases, the informations back to the control conditions to stop this mechanism, because homeostasis is maintained and normal condition is stable, body temperature is increases. Okay, so these mechanisms called as the feedback system. Feedback system. In the feedback system, there is a receptor, control center, and effector is present. The three component. Okay, so there are two feedback system. First is the positive feedback system, and next is the negative feedback system. Okay. Okay. So again discuss the control of homeostasis. Okay. So first is the stimulus to change the control conditions. When the control condition changes by the stimulus to disrupt the homeostasis. Okay, so what is the control conditions? Blood glucose, blood pressure, and body temperature. These are monitor variable. Okay, so these three things the control conditions to increases or decreases to disrupt the homeostasis by stimulus. So external environment, psychological stress in social environment, and third is the internal environment. Okay, next the control conditions that is monitored by the receptors. Okay, so receptors is a monitor when the control condition is the changes, and then receptors send the information to the control center, so that sends through the nerve impulses or chemical signals. Okay, and this is the input, and this pathway is called afferent pathway, toward, and front means carried. Next is the control center, means the brain, and the control center send the information to the effector that receive the input and provide the nerve impulses or chemical signals too. So this pathway is called efferent pathway, away from. Okay, and next when the receptor send the information, body temperature is decreases, so to the control center, and then control center send the informations to the effector to increase the body temperature. So in the skeleton muscles start shivering. Okay, start shivering to generate the heat and then increases the body temperature. So response that alter the control conditions when the normal condition, when the body temperature is increases, this response so back to the control conditions. Okay, so this is the return to homeostasis return. So this response back to the control condition to return to the homeostasis when the response bring the control conditions back to the normal, so when the homeostasis is maintained, stop this mechanism. Okay, next is that these mechanisms called as the feedback systems, and this is also known as feedback loop. There are two feedback systems. First is the positive feedback system, and next is the negative feedback systems. Okay, so what is the feedback system definition? It is the cycle of event in which the status of a body condition is monitored, evaluated, changed, remonitored, re-evaluated, and so on. Okay, so that is for today. Thank you so much.